We're here today with Justin Miller, CEO and co-founder of Nuheara. Justin, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Are you able to share some of the background of Nuheara?
Nuheara listed on the ASX March of 2017, and in a very short space of time we've come a fair way. And to the extent that we produced our first wearable prototype in January of 2017, and now to this point we're now major retail globally in some of the biggest consumer electronics retailers around the world, across the US and now through Europe and the Middle East.
What makes your product so unique?
Yeah, Nuheara has brought some technology together that we've produced our first product, which is IQ Buds, and essentially that's an augmented hearing device. I mean, we talk about augmented reality. Augmented reality is very much visual. What we've largely forgotten about is the ears and the ability to augment. And when we talk about augmentation, it's overlaying the digital world with the physical world. So bringing both these things together. And Nuheara and IQ Buds and our technology allow you to do that. So give you all the things you need from a digital perspective: music, phone calls, commentary, all those sorts of things, and then overlay them with what's happening in your real world and provide some really intelligent software that enables you to converse or utilise the technology in the appropriate way.
How big is the market for wearables?
It's an interesting, wearables is a very big market, $20 billion plus per annum market, largely driven by technology on the wrist. I mean, wearables for the layperson is a computer you wear on the body somewhere. We've gone into a subset of the wearables market that we've deemed hearables, and hearables is a computer that's essentially worn on the ear. So it replaces a headset in the sense that a headset's just replicating whatever we're transferring from our smart device to enable us to process on the ear. And once you process on the ear, you're capable of a lot of different things. So the hearables market is an intersection of a number of markets. It's the wearables market, so bodily worn computers. It's the headphone market, which is a $8 billion per annum market. And it's also speech enhancement or hearing assistance type market, which is another $8 billion per annum market. So all these things are colliding around what we've termed hearables. And for us to be in that position as one of the leaders globally in an emerging market is a wonderful position.
You've been able to achieve some significant milestones since listing. Are you able to share some of those with us?
Sure. So we've obviously gone through manufacturing, which is we've gone from prototype to manufacturing to we were the first ASX company to actually crowdfund a product. So having launched on the ASX, we crowdfunded a product. So essentially what that means is advance selling your product, and we're able to advance sell $1 million worth of product to 80 odd people in 80 odd countries around the world, and essentially help prove up the whole concept of what we're bringing to market. And from that point, now developed major retail deployments. So we're now in over 650 stores globally across North America, Europe and the Middle East. And that we've got an expectation that that'll grow to about 2,000 stores prior to Christmas.
Everyone talks about online, but how important is bricks and mortar to the rollout of your retail strategy?
Yeah, great question. Very important for any business, for any consumer-facing business at least anyway. And for us, where globally 80% of retail is still done in brick and mortar stores. There's a lot of noise about online sales, and it's an important part, it's an important strategy. But for us to be a global leader of sorts in our space, we must be embedded in brick and mortar stores. That's where we'll get our scale. A lot of research still done online, but ultimately a lot of decision making and purchasing is still done in store. People still feel the comfort of visiting a store to purchase. So it's imperative that we're in those stores.
And what milestones should investors be focused on over the coming 3 to 6 months?
Yeah, well, this quarter's a big one for us. This is the largest consumer spending quarter of the year. 40% of all consumer spending is done in this particular quarter, obviously the holiday season. So it was important for us to be in retail. We invested heavily to be in those retail stores. We invested heavily from a timing perspective and an effort rather than dollars. But having now secured that retail base, then we've we've got to ensure that we get the sell through in those retail stores. So this quarter is important for us, and into 2018 we move beyond a single product company. So we've been working on a number of different products, and the company moves beyond that, the IQ Bud product, and into some other, I guess, supporting products, but doesn't impact on IQ Bud sales. It reaches into other areas for us, and enhances the old prospect of Nuheara being a hearables company and a global leader in that particular space.
It's been a very exciting time for the company since listing, and much ahead. Justin, thanks for your time.
Appreciate it, thank you.